Hiya folks, welcome to the show. Alright, let's do this. Hello and welcome to Solving the Phineas and Ferb Timeline Part 3, the final installment. How I somehow managed to squeeze over half an hour out of this concept, I have absolutely no idea, but we're here now, so let's just accept it. And if you haven't seen parts 1 or 2 yet, I'd recommend checking those out first. Unless you enjoy being an anarchist, which I have no issue with. In this video, I will be making any corrections, adjustments, amendments, and of course, alterations to both 104 Day Summers, while trying to fit in the remaining Season 3 and 4 episodes and Across the Second Dimension somewhere into the first summer. And also get a good chance to make myself feel like an idiot for completely forgetting that Fly on the Wall is directly referenced in B's story, which I hadn't realised until after I had already uploaded Part 2.
Wait.
Thankfully for me and all of you, but mostly me, this part is going to be much shorter as I won't be going over every episode again, only mentioning any instances where I had to add episodes or change the order around. Starting off with the first summer, which spans most of seasons 1 and 2, but now we not only have to fit in Across the Second Dimension, but also 9 other episodes that reference events from seasons 1 and 2 as taking place that summer, because this show only decides to care about continuity when it will be most inconvenient to me. Thankfully, most of these episodes have Candace and Jeremy in a relationship, so we know they happen after Summer Belongs to You, which makes this a whole lot easier. Our first issue with the first summer is during the episode Swinter, where Phineas references it being July, so we know that episode has to come later. Then we have Voyage to the Bottom of Buford, which I forgot features a Love Handle billboard that gets destroyed by the media erasinator. Love Handle doesn't get back together until Dude We're Getting the Band back together, meaning it has to come after that. I think after Raging Bully, Buford is on good enough terms with the others that any appearances in the following episodes make sense. However, I do have to move Get That Big Foot Out My Face and the Ballad of Badbeard back into later this summer, because we can put in Last Train to Bustville as it takes place at the camp as well. However, it can't go too early because of this joke.
Check it out! A dodo bird! What's next on the list, Ferb?
Frankenstein's brain.
At this point in the timeline, the boys have fought a mummy, but they have yet to give a monkey a shower or build a rocket. So these 3 episodes have to take place after Out to Launch and Swiss Family Phineas. Then we're fine for a while until we get to Grease Lightning, which references Get Ready for the Bettys. So Grease Lightning has to be moved to later. Leave the Busting to Us kinda references Grease Lightning with Ferb's line about gladiators being Roman, not Greek. While it's just a non sequitur, I'm going to play it safe and move it to after Grease Lightning. Unfair Science Fair is referenced as happening a few days ago in Attack of the 50-Foot Sister, which, as you may recall, has to take place mid-summer. Oil on Candace features the broken drillinator from Candace Loses Her Head, so that one has to be moved back as well. And as if like magic, Oil on Candace is referenced in Does This Duckbill Make Me Look Fat? Then Does This Duckbill Make Me Look Fat is referenced in Let's Take a Quiz. Out of Tune references the song Candace helps write and Get Ready for the Bettys, so that has to be pushed back as well. I, Brobot is an incredibly problematic episode, because it says Candace has tried to show Linda what the boys did 19 other times. But the episode takes place in the middle of July according to Doofenshmirtz. And as we've been over, Phineas and Ferb's summer has to begin in May as referenced in Doof 101 and shown in When Worlds Collide. Screw it, Candace randomly got amnesia. Summer Belongs to You references discovering Atlantis and singing a song for Perry, so Oh There You Are Perry and Atlantis have to come before it. And Hide and Seek has to come before Atlantis to introduce Irving. I decided not including Phineas's birthday clip-o-rama was kind of petty, just because Irving had footage of Phineas and Ferb get busted, which was Candace's dream inside of Perry's dream. Since the episode takes place after Hawaiian Vacation, then that special can't take place at the end of summer. And since Hawaiian Vacation references the growth potion from Attack of the 50-Foot Sister, it has to come after that. Birthday Clip-O-Rama also references Elementary My Dear Stacy, so that episode has to take place in the first summer, meaning somehow Stacy gets to England after a hard day's night, because I really find it hard to believe the family would take 2 trips to England during the same summer. My Fair Goalie also had to be moved to this summer since Football X7 gets referenced in For Your Eyes Only, which takes place in between the summers. I decided to put Across the Second Dimension towards the very end of summer, with Brain Drain occurring right after. Something that has always bugged me about everyone's minds getting erased at the end of Across the Second Dimension is Phineas and Ferb just forgot an entire day of their summer. If they wake up the next morning and see an entire day has passed, they're going to get suspicious since, Their whole thing is making the most of every summer day. The only way they wouldn't notice is if they were weakened and somehow unable to leave their beds. And we conveniently have an episode where all the kids are sick. Except Buford, but we'll just ignore that. Now, I'm not saying the OWCA made all the kids sick on purpose, but I'm also not saying that. But wait, the Santa sleigh the boys create shows up in Across the Second Dimension, meaning Phineas and Ferb's Christmas Vacation has to go before the first summer. But Buford is friends with them in Christmas Vacation, so I guess Raging Bully just takes place the previous year. But then Christmas Vacation has the audacity to reference gaming the system, so I guess that episode takes place the previous year as well. Candace and Belly of the Beast go just before the second dimension, as they are referenced in the recreations of the boys' inventions. Then I'm putting in Moon Farm, Face Your Fear, What a Crock, and Monster from the Id, which completes the first summer. Meatloaf Surprise has no real continuity, so it can pretty much just go anywhere in the summer. I had no problems with the second summer, except this time I am going to include The Curse of Candace, because it is entirely within the realm of possibility in this show that Phineas and Ferb could fix Candace, even after she got Thanos. It had originally completely skipped my mind the episode B story makes the direct reference to Fly on the Wall, so B-Day and B's story have to come after Fly on the Wall. But wait, that's not all, because the episode Lost in Danville also references the invention from Fly on the Wall, so I'm putting B-Day, B's story, and Lost in Danville later in the summer. Now in the last part, I said Night of the Living Pharmacist would be non-canon because of how it ends. But again, we are left with the fact Phineas and Ferb can fix literally anything. Now we have to discuss the issue with the fact the kids meet Doofenshmirtz multiple times, yet never remember him. But they recognise him as Vanessa's dad in The Last Day of Summer and the Milo Murphy's Law crossover. The main offenders of this are Bully Bromance Breakup, Night of the Living Pharmacists, and Candace Against the Universe. Now I could probably think of some kind of clever explanation, but since I don't want to, the OWCA just erase their minds after every encounter. They erase Buford's mind after Bully Bromance Breakup, then after Candace Against the Universe, I'm fairly sure everyone gets their memories erased again because Monogram Blue Perry's cover. This just leaves Night of the Living Pharmacist as the only encounter Phineas and Ferb are allowed to remember, since it's the only one the OWCA doesn't know about. Now the very last thing I need to do is go through all of Season 4 one more time to see which episodes Candace has a smartphone in, since those have to come after every episode where she has her flip phone. The episodes in question are La Candace Cabra, Happy Birthday Isabella, Great Balls of Water, Cheers for Fears, Just Our Luck, It's No Picnic, Terrifying Tri-State Trilogy of Terror, Mandus, Night of the Living Pharmacist, Last Day of Summer, and Candace Against the Universe. This also means Fly on the Wall, B-Day, and B's story have to be before Happy Birthday Isabella. Then Candace has her flip phone in Cranius Maximus, an episode which says they are 3 months into summer, so that now has to go towards the end of the first summer. And that is all the revisions we have to make. So without further ado, I present the 100% flawless Phineas and Ferb timeline. As of right now, because we are probably getting more movies that's just gonna mess all of this up. Raging Bully, Gaming the System, and Christmas Vacation take place a year before the first summer. Summer 1, let's go. Rollercoaster is on May 19th. The Fast and the Phineas, Lawn Gnome Beach Party of Terror, Bolorama Drama, Magnificent Few, and I Am My Mummy take place on the same day. Flop Stars, Lights Candace Action, Tree to Get Ready and It's About Time take place on the same day. Jerk to Soleil, Toy to the World, One Good Scare Ought to Do It, A Hard Day's Night, and Elementary My Dear Stacy, which leaves us in England for the next few days. From June 2nd onwards, we have Journey to the Centre of Candace, Runaway Runway, I Scream You Scream, It's a Mud World, Crack the Whip, Boyfriend from 27,000 BC, and Traffic Cam Caper occur on the same day. The Best Laser Day Ever, Put That Putter Away, Got Game, Out to Launch, Comet Chameleon, Hail Dufenia, and The Late News Monster take place on the same day. Interview with the Platypus, Dude We're Getting the Band Back Together takes place June 14th, Linda and Lawrence's anniversary. Tip of the Day, Backyard Aquarium, Don't Even Blink, Day of the Living Gelatin, and Voyage to the Bottom of Buford take place on the same day. Mom's Birthday is on June 21st. Perry Lays an Egg, Thaddeus and Four and Deplane take place on the same day. Shea Platypus, Phineas and Ferb's Quantum Boogaloo, That Sinking Feeling, At the Car Wash, For Necessary Roughness, and Suddenly Susie occur on the same day. The Bully Code occurs July 1st since Monogram mentions it's Canada Day. Over the next 2 days we get Unfair Science Fair Redux, Another Story, and Finding Mary McGuffin. Swiss Family Phineas, then they go to Camp Phineas and Ferb for the weekend where we get That Big Fat Out of My Face, The Ballad of Bad Beard, and Last Train to Bustville. Attack of the 50-Foot Sister, Hide and Seek and Make Play take place on the same day. Swinter, Candace Loses Her Head takes place July 11th, Candace's birthday. I, Robot, and Nerdy Dancing take place on the same day because I say so. Now I hope you like the phrase takes place on the same day because you're about to hear a lot of it. Ready for the Betties and Phineas and Ferb Get Busted take place on the same day. Does This Duckbill Make Me Look Fat and Out of Tune take place on the same day. Hip Hip Parade and Candace Gets Busted take place on the same day. Tri-State Unification Day, which is July 15th. Grease Lightning and Let's Take a Quiz take place on the same day. Atlantis, Cheer Up Candace, Just Passing Through, Oh There You Are Perry, Spa Day. Leave the Busting to Us and the opening of Summer Belongs to You takes place July 20th. The rest of Summer Belongs to You takes place July 21st, Summer Solstice. No More Bunny Business and the Lemonade Stand take place on the same day. Nerds of a Feather, The Chronicles of Meep, Oil on Candace and the Baljeetles take place on the same day. Bubble Boys and Isabel and the Temple of Sapphire on the same day at the same time. Fireside Girls Jamboree, then Reginald and Winifred come to visit for the next few days where we get the Flying Fishmonger and Monster of Phineas and Ferbenstein. What do it do? Picture this. I Was a Middle-Aged Robot, Candace's Big Day, Invasion of the Ferb Snatchers and the Beak take place on the same day because why the hell not? Undercover Carl, Meatloaf Surprise, Wizard of Odd, Not Phineas and Ferb, then the family goes on their vacation to Hawaii for a few days. Phineas and Ferb Busters, Belly of the Beast and the Lizard Whisperer take place on the same day. Split Personality, Robot Rodeo, The Secret of Success, My Fair Goalie, Doof Side of the Moon, We Call It Maze, Cranius Maximus, Phineas's Birth Cliporama, Ladies and Gentlemen, Meet Max Modem, Canderamit, Across the Second Dimension, Brain Drain, Moon Farm, Face Your Fear, What a Croc, and finally Monster from the Id. Sleepwalk Surprise takes place after the summer since Candace confirms her and Jeremy have been dating for over 2 months, which puts us at the end of September/early October. Then That's the Spirit, For Your Eyes Only and Happy New Year take place in between. Whew. One more time. Here we go. Starting the second summer is Run Candace Run, Giants and When Worlds Collide take place May 20th, The Great Indoors, Ask a Foolish Question, Misperceived Monotream, Candace Disconnected, Magic Carpet Ride, Bad Hair Day, Phineas and Ferb Interrupted, Real Boy, Mommy Can You Hear Me, then the family goes on a road trip for the next week, Skidlerwiffers, Tour de Ferb, Perry the Octopus, Bullseye, The Curse of Candace, Escape from Phineas Tower, Ferb Latin, Lots of Latkays, Ferb TV, Remains of the Platypus, Moms in the House, Father's Day on June 15th, Minor Monogram, Agent Doof, Delivery of Destiny, Let's Bounce, Quietest Day Ever, Bully Bromance Breakup, The Doomkleberry Imperative, Buford Confidential, Sidetrack, which occurs just before Canada Day, so the 29th of June, Meatless in Seattle, Sci-Fi Piefly, Sipping with the Enemy, Tri-State Treasure Boot of Secrets, Doofapus, The Mama Tractor, Norman Leash and Blackout take place on the same day, Ferb and Perry leave for debate camp the next morning and return the next day for What Did I Miss, My Sweet Ride, Bully Bust, The Kinderlumper, Just Desserts, Not My Problem, the family goes to Africa for a few days where we get Where's Perry, Backyard Hodgepodge, Fly on the Wall, Mindshare, Phineas and Ferb's Family Christmas, Primal Perry, B-Day and B Story occur on the same day at the same time, Happy Birthday Isabella, Skipping a Day for That Episode's and Credit Scene, Great Balls of Water, Where's Pinky, Thanks But No Thanks, Troy Story, Love at First Bite, Cheers for Fears, Just Our Luck, Return Policy, Imperfect Storm, Steampunks, It's No Picnic, Terrifying Tri-Set Trilogy of Terror, The Klimplin Ultimatum, Operation Crumbcake, Mandus, Return of the Rogue Rabbit, Live and Let Drive, LaCandace Cabra, One Good Turn, Mission Marvel, The Innata Method, Road to Danville, This Is Your Backstory, Phineas and Ferb Save Summer, Candace Against the Universe, Lost in Danville, Night of the Living Pharmacist, and finally we have The Last Day of Summer. Then after that we get Doof 101, The OWCA Files, and Jerusalem Stinnerween. The next year the crossover with Milo Murphy's Law happens, which makes Doof and Perry part of the main cast for the show's second season. Then a few more years into the future we have Act Your Age, then a few more years after that we technically get Phineas and Ferb's Quantum Boogaloo, concluding all we see of the Phineas and Ferb timeline. At least until something new comes along and messes it all up. Now if you excuse me, I think I'm just gonna pass out. And that is the finally complete Phineas and Ferb timeline. It's been a long, demoralising journey, but in the end, wasn't it truly worth it? No, of course it wasn't. I mean, dear God, I wasted 4 weeks of my life trying to figure out the chronological order of episodes of a 13-year-old Disney cartoon. What is wrong with me? Why would I do that to myself?
'Cause everybody knows summer rocks, but now we're ready to roll.